this.
Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 10-yard fight. This is volume 21, part 2, the gun wide spread scheme. I'm Coach KK. Let's get this party started. Here's your cheat sheet, your play card, or whatever you want to call it. Coach KK always go and do his homework for you guys, so you guys don't have to work as hard. This stuff is color coded. You can see the sets right here. This playbook comes from Oklahoma. The red is your primary sets. You come out in like these are your base formations. The green is secondary, and the blue is like miscellaneous formations. I don't really fool with the gray one like that. We'll get into that another day. Let's get this playoff run started. I'm very excited about this because I wanted to battle test the scheme on a certain degree of difficulty, and here we go, making a playoff run, trying to get us a chip, trying to bring home that natty, you know what I'm saying, like the young folks say, and let's go. So as you can see, it's 7-zip. We're playing against Boise State. I got me a turnover, on defense, then came back and got a safety, so it's 9-zip, and I'm taking my first snap of the game on offense. Here we go. We will get back into those audibles. I'll have to go in a little more detail than that. So it's one of those things where, do as I do, not as I say. All right, so here we go. 2 high safeties, 2x2. You can see that the safeties are split. So we're gonna send the running back straight down the seam. If one of the safeties cheats over, we may have some free real estate on the back end on one of the receivers, just like that. And you can see we're running 2x2 because it spreads the defense out. It reduces 11 on 11 to 2 on 2 to 1 on 1, and that's how you take certain players out of the equation, just like that. That was a fade route. It was pretty much a smash concept on the right side, and all you needed was a 2 or 3 step drop back and just let that thing go. And the safety cheated in because he saw the running back. So it's not good to send a running back out on a streak every time, but that's one of the little things in our arsenal that we do. So the first round is over. That was pretty easy. He gave up 16-zip. That was going crazy for him. The going gets tough, tough gets going type of stuff, right? Next round is Washington. Okay. This is the playoffs. I have another one too. I have another playoff run that we're gonna get into after this. I'm gonna make sure you guys understand that this stuff is consistent. All right, look at this right here. We haven't occupied the curl flat defender or whatever that defender over there serve, whether he's a cloud flat defender or playing man, hard flats, whatever he's represented as. We didn't take him out the equation by putting somebody underneath, and we paid a price throwing that comeback route. So that's a lesson to be learned right there. You're going to see the comeback route throughout the entirety of the scheme. You've seen it since day one, and we're still bringing it, right? He couldn't do nothing with the ball. We got it back. 7-zip. Let's get it started. 2x2. This is the gun wide offset formation. All right. We have a speed option in here for this look right here. Anytime the alley is open, that's when you quickly go to an automatic play that's called speed option. You see the alley is the right side, like in between the right tackle and the receiver. That's a nice little alley. It's like a lane, and all of his defenders were anticipating halfback zone, so they shift to the left. That's why I'm big on having multiple running concepts in the audibles, because the next play we'll come out in the same set and he'll be chasing the speed option and we're going totally the opposite way. See right here, we read the keys properly. We got a backside pulling right guard, but we just didn't do well post snap. So that's on us right there. We'll take the L right there. We did get a yard. It's a fight, right? It's positive, y'all. I'd rather gain a yard than lose a yard, right? All right. So let's go 2nd and 9. You can see it's one-on-ones across the board out here, and we got some yards underneath. You got to take these hot routes. This is an automatic right here. This is a hitch route. Look how far that guy was playing off coverage. Okay, That's an automatic right there. You have to be aware of those routes. It's a lot of users out here that just want to go bombs away and fire at will down the field. You don't have to do that. Look at the space and cushion they giving us on the left side. You see that? That's 2-on-2 right there. We're not worried about anybody else. That's 2-on-2 over there. Look at this guy right here. He knew that we were playing from the field to the boundary. You don't want to get caught up playing boundary to field to boundary, like left and right, and always going to the widest part of the field. But it's early in the game, and we took a chance on doing that. And that guy actually knew the play. He just over pursued. So, which means we put that in our mental notes to slow down with the speed option. So he'll be waiting on that later on. I don't know what this guy doing. He got rattled. This is the playoffs, Cotton Bowl. I'm on a whole nother mission than him. And better believe, guys, this thing is going to get tighter and tighter. I have these videos in a certain order that I want to display them in. You're not going to learn everything in one video. I'm not going to be able to show everything in one video. So you got to bear with me. There will be about 8 to 10 videos of this scheme. Look at this right here, wide side of the field, but we're not doing a speed option. This is a read bubble, RPO read bubble. You can see the read man. If he crashes in, we throw out because we have space. And if he stay home, we just run the ball. And we had enough leverage and range on the guy who's really defending him, because it's obvious that slot corner is blitzing, right? You see it in slow motion right there. My receiver missed his block, but we had enough range to make a catch. I didn't know I was going to get all 39 yards after catch, but that's where the chips fell, you know? So yeah, man, it's a lot of things going on right here in this gun wide spread scheme. You know, we have about 7 formations. Look at that, 20 zip. He never even had a chance. And I'm going to show you where it's a shootout. You know, I'm going to show you where I'm blowing someone out, and I'm going to show you where I came back from a blowout. You know, just switching up the different play styles and scenarios. And that's what shows you that the scheme is worth the while. You know, you have rules to the 10-yard fight. Here we go with the national championship. You have rules within this game. You know, I like to do plays that has plays within the play, you know, such as a RPO, you know, a run pass option, you know, like a run concept. You can bang it, you can bend it, you can bounce it. Look at that. We just bounced it to the sideline. We couldn't bang it. We couldn't bend it. We had to bounce it all the way across and get outside of the defense's edge. And we got 3 yards. Now this is LSU. It's very tight. You can see they're ranked 13. I'm 14 at the time. All right, here we go. One of my favorite plays right here in the gun spread halfback week. This is RPO peak slant. We're reading the left side, just peeking. If somebody comes up, like the cornerback bailed back and everybody just kind of drifted back. So you have a guy going on a slant underneath, and then the guy on top of him doing a little in route, a breaking in route, just looking for a soft spot in the coverage. I love using that play right there because it makes the defense start moving around in places he don't want to move to. Look at him. Look at the user. He gave himself away. He's going to chase the speed option. So you're going to see the consistency with these plays. You know, that's the main thing to look for. He'll go a hot route on the left side. They backed up enough, so we just took the free yards. Still got to make the throw. You know, you still got to have timing with these throws. Your feet have to be tied to the throw. Okay, I always talk about that. Here we go. We have a lot in our arsenal. This guy right here on this game, he's gonna try to decide to guess which gap we're going through, and that's a bad thing. That's a recipe for disaster when you're on defense and you're trying to guess which gap the offense is gonna use, you know, or you're trying to ambush a gap early in. And we have all of these different run concepts to just catch him off guard by one step. So we screwed up right there. He was in the quarterback spy and I didn't move over enough, but we'll clean that up. 4th and 3 midfield, first drive. We can go for this. You know, it's worth the well. The worst case scenario, he get the ball and score a touchdown. We got to go back and tie the game, right? You can see 3 men are in one area. That's what we want to do. We flood the offense. We flood the defense with our offense. 3 men in one area. I took my steps up in the pocket, hitching up in the pocket and throwing before the receiver make a break on the ball is very critical. The cornerback hadn't even turned around before I threw that ball. That is very critical out here. You know, those are the plays that you got to master. The comeback route and the hot routes and the automatics. And that's part of the scheme. Moving forward, you can see this is the first drive. I'm trying to play mistake-free football. I really want to win this championship. So I'm looking at everything. I'm surveying the field. I don't care how much time it takes. I screwed up right there. I got kind of greedy. I saw the one-on-ones and pump fake, and those guys got abilities on that line. So you don't want to play around with these defensive linemen in the SEC. You know, these highly ranked SEC teams, you cannot scramble. Once you start scrambling, you're going to be in it. You're going to be in for some trouble. Stay in the pocket. Keep the pocket in front of you. Don't flinch when defenses are coming at you, and just move around a little bit, and and have your reads ready. You got to have your reads, your 1, 2, 3, or if you're reading from high to low or from left to right, you have to have that ready. Stay in the pocket. See this guy, he's still trying to guess what gap I'm going through. He don't know we can go counter, we can go base, we can go screen, we can go trap, we can go zone, we can go speed option, and he's just trying to guess what gap we're going through, and we gonna make him pay today. If he's sitting there like this with this one linebacker, we're going to make him pay. And he's forced to sit in there with the one linebacker because he have to put bodies on the outside. Look at this right here. So he got in. Then sometime with the schemes that we run, we shoot ourselves in the foot. Like, I don't give him credit for that. I shot myself in the foot. Look at this right here. RPO peak slant. We're reading. We just took a small, quick peek. And if it didn't work out, we just run the ball. We just hand the ball off. I saw an opening, and that was all manipulation because of the run game. See, he's guessing what hole we're going in, and the user is froze in the middle, and he left all that space for us. Look at the user. Look at the cornerback. See, they took square out the equation this time, but the slant was open. So that's what I mean by having a play within a play. We had 3 options. We could have ran the ball, we could have hit the quick slant, or we could have went with the breaking in route. These are same side reads, and that's what I love to do, have same side reads instead of saying first progression, second progression, third progression. Same side of the field reads, and it works well when you have 3 people in one area. As you can see, this guy scored. Now it's our second drive before halftime. We want to get the ball back. Got on mechanics. We got the mechanics going. We stepped up in the pocket. 6 yards. You don't have to sit up here and chunk the ball down the field all the time. Just learn how to play with the clock. The clock is your friend. Look at that. We're running the ball. He's sitting back now. He's waiting on that RPO peak slant. He's trying to catch him an interception, and we know that. And he's just giving us cushion for the run game. So that's the first down. The clock stopped. Notice I don't have any timeouts. The goal is to go get a field goal. Now we're playing the short game right now. We don't play the short game for a few plays. Let's open up now a little bit. Let's test them. We don't want to depend on the long ball. Look at the linebacker. He's in the middle still. He's picking up anything. See how much of a manipulated thing I did? Look at the manipulation right there. I got guys going all down the field 30, 40 yards, but I still got the user respecting the slant because he know he have to account for it or I'll take it. And that's how we picked up nearly 30 yards. We got it well across the 50. I think I got over 30 yards. But anyway, we got in field goal range. And now all we need is a few yards to just maintain the clock. Look at that. Look how we stepped up in the pocket. Got the user in check. I call that having him in check, like chess. We got him in check. I want him in the middle. As long as I know he's in the middle, he's not over here trying to attack my slot corners, my slot receivers and stuff. I want him right there in the middle. He'll stay in the middle all day. That'll be his position. Yes, sir. Screen pass, 1st and 10. Get out of bounds, get out of bounds, get out of bounds. What a way to manage the clock. See, I have to play mistake-free football. I'm playing with a tier 3 team. This is my team that you're going to see for this scheme. This scheme probably works wonders when you play with better teams like Ohio State and Georgia and Oregon. Look at that right there. So this is the second half. It's 10-10. He ended up getting a field goal before halftime too, but it's all good. Look at that. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Here we go again. Incomplete. No, sir. This guy, see the difference between him and me? He's all over the place with these formations. Incomplete. Give me that ball. I'm going to show you how it's done. All I want right here is 3 because it's going to be unanswered points, right? He's shifting the line over. You can see everything is occupied. Look how we hit him with a backside pulling guard once again. And that's a 0-1 trap. See, he thought we were going inside zone or base with the right guard, but we pulled the left guard. That's 0-1 trap in your audibles. Linebacker never made a play. The user never made a play. 7 yards, we'll take that all day on 1st and 10. So this is the game you got to play. You got to have these running concepts. Now we're going to hit them with a base. And it's too late. It's a 1st down now. So right here, I got kind of trigger happy. I got him all in the box now. He's moving his pieces around. He's trying to put some more meat on the bone. And look at the one-on-ones outside. We got streaks out here. And I tried to pump fake once again, and my man missed the block, and I blew a touchdown. Circle was wide open. Circle had his man burnt. So I learned my lesson for pump faking. It's like high risk, high reward type of stuff. So I got to chill out with the pump faking. Look at that. Underneath. We got some of them yards back. 3rd down and 10. You can see we've been thriving off 3rd down. 3rd down, we've been thriving. Look at this. RPO Pete Slant is the call. Once again, he's waiting on that run, and we caught him again. We just moved the user 1 step over to the side. Look at the user. He's chasing that running back again. And we go right in his area. Wow. Just doing the little things right. That's what I like about this game. You know, you're going to see a lot of games where I'm going against Alabama, Texas, Oregon, Georgia, the best of the best, right? But you got to take certain entities of the defense and reduce them to its lowest terms. Like, for instance, you got these teams I just mentioned, they got 90 speed defensive ends. You know, my team is a tier 3 team. We don't really have anything on the attributes. You can go look at that. But if you don't roll out and you don't make the play harder than what it is, you don't, like they say, don't make a bad play worse. The 90 speed defensive ends will never show. If you have your read set already and you understand how to identify space and leverage, we know it, and find the one-on-ones and just take your cheap yards, you'll be all right. You know, look at this right here. This is the 4th quarter. You can see I pretty much game managed this game. I didn't come out here for a shootout. This is not the Wild Wild West. We got comeback routes on the outside because it's 1-on-1. The slot corner on the right is occupied by a hitch route. No one is underneath, and it's a well-timed throw. Touchdown. Just like that. And that right there pretty much won me the game right there. You know, everything was safe. You know, we had a slant for a second read, but the middle was occupied. We got the middle linebacker occupied as well, and it's just 1-on-1. He never saw that coming. You know, they say in boxing, it's the punch that you don't see coming. It's what's gonna get you. All right, guys, let's bring home the chip. That's how the cookie crumble. I'm Coach KK. I'm out, yo.
This is how we do it every day. We be grinding, and if you ask me, we the best. I'ma be like.